The mission of DC Voice is to inform and mobilize the public to hold both schools and the community accountable for high-quality teaching and learning across the city. And we found that parents and students across the city were coming to hearings, community meetings, saying we started school and my kid was sitting in a gymnasium or the auditorium for the first 4, 5, 7 days of school because they didn't have a teacher assigned to them yet. Or my kid's still going to school in the 3rd week and sharing textbooks with their neighbor, or not being able to bring homework home because there aren't enough textbooks at this junior high school. We use volunteers, people from the community, to help us go out and do our research, to collect data. We interview hundreds of principals and teachers each year and begin to report on it in the form of small user-friendly reports and larger online reports for the scholarly community, to really inform the community about what teachers and principals, and in some cases students, are saying is needed in the classroom or at the school level to improve teaching and learning. We had envisioned some semblance of an annual report in the form of simply repackaging all of our quarterly reports that included both data, some analysis of it, and an update on what the community was doing about it. We wanted at the end of the school year maybe to have all of those things housed within one report. We knew that would be a significant and expensive undertaking in terms of the professional skills required to pull those parts together, package it, and then design it in a printer-ready manner.
I was exploring other career opportunities, and Taproot was actually advertising through a lot of different avenues, and I saw them and thought, oh, pro bono design, that sounds interesting.
The mission of the Taproot Foundation is to strengthen nonprofits by engaging business professionals in service. So basically that means we're really the connector, kind of bridging the gap between the for-profit and the nonprofit sector.
A board member of mine and a lead staff person had to go down and talk with a program officer for a final round of interviews. We presented a series of what our promotional materials and information looked like at the time so they could really envision what we were trying to package into one. And from that, several weeks thereafter, we were awarded a grant and first met with a Taproot team leader.
The first project with Taproot was a project for DC Voice, their annual report. I think it was DC Voice's very first annual report. So it was my first time working with Taproot, DC Voice's first time working with Taproot, their first time making an annual report, so it was a lot of firsts.
I think this marketing piece was really important for them because they are speaking to, business leaders, government leaders, and all of these different people, I think, across DC. And to have a professional, polished image, I think, builds credibility.
We were very impressed with the level of professionalism, the effort, and the energy I think all of the volunteers and consultants brought to this project.
The overall kind of brand look we gave to the brochure was something that was difficult to come up with at first. It's hard to come into an organization never working with anybody and for the very first time say, this is what your annual report should look like, and this is what you should sound like, and this is how we're going to portray your organization. Having never worked with you before, it's really difficult to find that right note and hit it well and sell that idea.
You don't have to give anything with the exception of what you've already been trained to do. And it's just resources that they don't currently have, and you have them. So why not bring them to the table and help them out? And at the end of the day, also make some great relationships, not only with the professionals that you're networking with, but also with a nonprofit that wouldn't be able to work with you otherwise.
If you can carve out those few hours of your weeks, you're making such a huge impact in these organizations.
When we have volunteers that come back, our retention rates are over 80%. So when we have a volunteer that participates in a project and then they immediately get back on another one, that's a mission hit for us. We did make a connection and we were able to make a measurable impact.
Organizations like us are never going to have the guidance, skill, time, resources to bring this much intellectual capacity around one table to work on a product that really affects our bottom line. It really allows us to raise more resources to conduct our mission at a broader scale. It really allows us to tell more people what we're doing here in DC Voice so more people are part of this movement. And that's what the Taproot Foundation grant really did for us.